Hey guys, what's up? My name is Trisha with Bootcamp to Consciousness. Hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget to subscribe. That's the only way I can grow this channel. Like, share, comment. Appreciate it. So let's get into this. So the next stage is the bliss stage. It refers to a stage in the process of spiritual awakening where an individual experiences profound sense of joy, happiness, contentment, often has heightened awareness. So I know for me, sometimes when I go out into nature and I'm just in alignment with my soul, I notice that the colors are very vibrant. So the palette of colors around me are very bright, vibrant, and I feel this interconnectedness with all living things. So once an individual has gained some degree of insight, of realization, they may enter the bliss stage where they experience a profound sense of well-being, contentment, and joy. The experience can be best described as a deep, abiding happiness that is not dependent on the outside world. So many of us depend on outside circumstances to make us happy. And what it does is actually the opposite. It may give you that moment of happiness, but what it does is cause suffering. And you keep repeating the cycle. You go out and you buy a new car, or you want something new for the house, or it just never ends, and it's just a cycle. Otherwise you wouldn't keep repeating it. So the only way to find true, authentic happiness, joy, and love is to open your heart center. And when you open your heart center, you'll find that you will find more compassion and love and peace, not only for yourself, but for the world around you. In my experience, I have noticed a sense of oneness with the world around me. And it's because it's different for everybody. Like, everybody is going to experience each stage of awakening differently, because we're all different individuals that have our own story and our own narrative. So how we lead our life is based on that narrative. So everybody's going to have a different experience on their path to awakening. It is important, though, to note that the experience of bliss and joy can vary, right, from individual, depending on their narrative, depending on, their own spiritual journey. And sometimes not everyone may experience the same feelings the same way or to the same extent. So just know that everybody's different. It's also important to note that the approach of these concepts with an open mind. Approach these concepts with an open mind and a spirit of inquiry, right? I've always said self-inquiry. Ask the questions. And consider the little nuances and variations that may exist with different belief systems and personal experiences. Not everyone is going to have the same belief. Some believe, I think God, the universe, the divine one, divine source is all one. Now, that's just my belief. I'm not saying that you have to believe that way. So whatever you can resonate with and whatever you want to call your creator, then that's great. That's awesome, and that's what you should do. In this stage, you also feel like a new zest for life that maybe you have never even experienced before, and the world becomes, like I said, a lot brighter. You're more in reality of the truth than the illusions. You may be filled with excitement, anticipation, joy, and have a myriad of these positive emotions that may be overwhelming, that you're not used to, and question them. But, I just want you to know that those emotions are real and they're raw, and if you can stay in that space for as long as you can, of feeling gratitude, compassion, forgiveness for yourself, the better off you're going to be and the better you're going to show up in the world. This stage can sometimes feel like, yes, I've crossed the finish line. But there's 5 stages. This is only the second stage. So, and you just have to remember that life is not constant, right? When Buddha sat under the tree for all those years, the one question they asked him was, what did you learn by sitting under this tree for all these years? And he said, impermanence. So life is always changing. So it's important not to be attached to these feelings. Just feel it and be grateful for it, because tomorrow may bring a different emotion, and accept that and be grateful for that. So, because if you're not grateful for the dark side, you won't be grateful for you can't just be grateful for one side of you. We have to embrace the dark side of us too. And when that comes up, embrace it and hey, that's me. And love yourself for it, right? No one's perfect. So when you dwell in the heart center, it awakens the heart. And it's basically the headquarters of your emotions. So, like compassion and forgiveness and connection, right? We all want to feel like we're connected. We all want to feel a sense of belonging. And so many people are walking around lost because they're lost. They continue to live in this illusion instead of, and sit in their narrative, which is getting them nowhere. And they keep trying this or trying that, trying everything outside of them, hoping for a different outcome. And no matter which way you go outside of yourself, it's never, ever going to make you happy. You have to go within. You have to go inside. You have to be silent. You have to, give yourself grace during this part of the journey. So, also in this stage, I noticed too, like for me, I used to see lots of synchronicities. Like on the clock, right, 11:11, or I'm driving and get down. Come on, get down. I had to blow out the candle, say hi, the other day because her tail got stuck in there and her tail was on fire. But this is Pacino. Say hi, Pacino. But where was I at? Synchronicities. We're 11:11, and or look at the microwave clock. It says 5:55. I wake up in the middle of the night. It's 11:11, 3:33. Just these synchronicities, and I notice now. Come on, get down. Now that every day, sometimes all day long, I see these numbers, these synchronicities, and you start to resonate with, the choices. When you see this, you start to resonate like, hey, there, someone out there is basically guiding me, and I feel that I am more confident in my choices and directions that are more in alignment with my soul's purpose. This stage has a expiration date, so it is not the end of the road. And being on a spiritual journey, trying to answer those existential questions, is a lifelong journey, and you just have to enjoy the process. Sometimes, I'll go just like, you get frustrated and you're like, what else do I have to do? I know I'm this close to the peak, and I know that when I get up there, the view is going to be spectacular, but you got to work for it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be like, yes, wouldn't be deserving, right? If we just got up the peak, through a helicopter or whatever, and we're just like, okay, we didn't even work for this, but okay. When you work hard and you're resilient and you fight back, and trust me, on this journey, you're gonna find resistance, and you just gotta get back up, and you just gotta say no. And like I always say to myself, don't ever give up on your soul. Don't ever give up on your soul. So, and this journey too is multifaceted, with ebbs and flows, and you just got to go with flow. I'll give you a good example, and how I know that I have grown spiritually on my path is that, okay, I felt I had an assistant manager job coming up. I applied for it. Within 24 hours, I had an interview, did the background check. My boss called me and said, hey, this has never happened before. Within 24 hours, the background check went through. He's like, oh, it's probably going to take a week and a half. And then, so I was ready to go. And I gave my other job 2-week notice, and going to take some time off before I start the new job. And I'm feeling gratitude. I feel good about myself because I made that decision, and everything is going good. And then he called me a couple days ago, actually, and he says, hey, I got an opportunity for you. Just hear me out. Well, the store that I was supposed to go to and work under him, he had an assistant store manager already, but he needed another one. Well, I guess another assistant store manager was leaving another store, a couple miles from where his store was, and it happened to be his brother was the store manager at this other place. And I'm just listening to him, no reaction. I'm just listening to him, and I said, you know what? I trust you, and if it's the same pay and the same title, it's closer to my house, I'm taking it. I didn't even think about it, because that's how life works. Sometimes God has a different plan, like, hey, yeah, I got you here, but you know what? I just noticed that something over here is going to be bigger and better for you. So you just kind of have to follow the breadcrumbs and just enjoy the process. So there you have it. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I really want to grow this channel. I love sharing my experiences with you guys. Appreciate you being here. Namaste. Have an awesome new year.